Hey guys, video number 5. Today it's going to be a very simple video. It's going to be on how to hook up to a trailer. Alright, up here in Gary, Indiana. Alright, got to take a load down to Indianapolis, about 153 miles, nothing too serious. Alright, I'm at the terminal. Not going to mess with the phone while I'm driving. That's not safe, and that definitely promotes bad behavior and people who are trying to get into this industry. I don't want them to watch me do a video of me doing something wrong and shedding the wrong light, so I'm going to do it as properly as possible. So, right now, gave my load assignment. I have to pick up trailer 65099, alright? Wish I had a camera where I was able to move it around so you don't have to sit and watch me drive, because this is just the awkward part until I find the trailer. But basically, while I'm trying to look for this trailer, I'm going to go ahead and explain the small basic parts. Alright? What you want to do is, the main things you want to do, Roehl teaches it a certain way, called pin, airline, landing gear. And then, when you disconnect from the trailer, they go by landing gear, airlines, pin. Acronyms are PAL and LAP. Alright? Now, that's the way that Roehl teaches you to do it. That's the way Roehl teaches you to do it once you go through the CDO program and you're finally on your own. It's not something they do too, at least not when I was going through. They didn't do it too in depth because it's come on now, drive. They don't go too in depth with it because it's not a very hard thing to do. It doesn't take long at all. It's not very complex. I mean, yeah, you've seen people out here driving trucks who look like they huff paint their whole life and their diet consists of eating crayons. And they're out here been driving trucks for 20-something, 30-something odd years, so obviously it's not that hard to do. But you do also see people do rookie mistakes, like drop trailers. I've seen somebody do it, and he was like not even 10 feet from me. Not a Roehl driver, just happened to drop his trailer somewhere else. So I found the trailer quick, here we go. But because I'm hooking up, I want to do PAL, pin, airlines, landing gear, and I will show you what that is right now. Right now I'm setting up in a position to hook up to the trailer. Alright, $650.99, 4-ways on. Always put your 4-ways on whenever you're backing. That's universal for trucking, to let people know you're about to start backing. Some people drive around in the parking lot with them on. I tend to put them on right as I'm about to start backing, because if you leave them on, people might start thinking that you're about to back at any second. I like to let them know right when I'm about to do it. Now, this is how I like to back to a trailer. You'll find whatever way that works for you, what works best for you, to look in your mirror. You'll figure out reference points to let you know if the trailer is too high or too low. If the trailer is too low, you're going to basically bumping the front of the trailer with your fifth wheel, and it's not going to go under it. Even if it's sitting at an angle, if it's too low, it's not going to go under it. And if it's too high, you'll end up jumping the fifth wheel with your trailer, and you'll bang the back of your truck with the front of the trailer. Both suck. You don't want to do that. So, find your reference point. For me, my reference point is looking about where the tire is. From the way it looks from my perspective looking into the mirror, it looks like it's about to hit the tire, but it's not. But what I like to do is, just before I back up under it, I like to get out, check my surroundings, alright, see my clearance. As you can see, fifth wheel is laying back. It's going to bump the trailer, it's going to lift the trailer up. This is also another something that makes it easier. Sometimes you'll try to roll the landing gear up, make it very hard, because you have all that weight pushing down on it. So what I like to do sometimes, actually most of the time, take it, go ahead and dolly it down just about 1 or 2 times. See that clearance? Now, it's hard then, but once I get up under this trailer, it will lift the trailer up. Thus, I'll be able to back up under it and dolly the legs up very easy. I'm going to set the phone up in a position where you'll actually be able to see me go under the trailer. Not a fancy YouTuber yet, so I have to use a big old gallon of water to let it record doing it. just hooked up to the trailer. Now, like I said, using the acronym LAP, L-A-P, Landing Gear Airlines, PAL, Pin Airlines Landing Gear. The first thing I want to do is check to make sure the pin has been locked into position in the fifth wheel. What that requires you to do is crawl under the truck, under the tractor, in the trailer, all right? It's kind of dark under here, even in the middle of the day, all right? As you can probably see, there's a hook that goes around the kingpin. You need to make sure that's locked into position, locked around the kingpin to ensure that you do not drop your trailer. That is the biggest thing, all right? Once you do that, you need to connect your air lines. I like to have my lights on and my four-ways going. So when I do connect them, I'll actually be able to do a pre-trip on the trailer to see what lights are and are not working. Connect the lines. I'm not going to get into their names because you'll learn about that whenever you go through getting your CDL. And it doesn't matter what program or school you go to, it's all the same. And the electrical lines. All three lines are secured and in place. Alright? Now, with all the lines connected, you can see your lights are on, your four-ways are blinking, lets you know that your trailer lights are working the way they should be working. Now, after that, I'll dolly up the landing gear. I like to remember it like this. Sometimes people get confused on which way to roll. If I'm to remember this is how I do it. When you're rolling up the landing gear, rolling down, if you're leaving the trailer and dropping it, you roll the landing gear away from the truck. And if you're taking the trailer with you, you spin the crank handle towards the tractor because the trailer is leaving with you. So if you're dropping it, spin it away from you. Or away from the truck, I should say. If you're dropping the trailer, spin it away from the truck. If you're picking up the trailer and leaving with it, spin it towards the truck. Now, some people you'll see will do this number right here, blah, blah, blah. Takes forever and a day. Nice little trick, do it with gloves because I'm recording, I don't want to get grease on my phone. But take 2 or 3 fingers or whatever you want to do it like such. You can spin it a lot faster. Save you a little bit of time because I'm all about saving some time out here. Some people want to, no. Spin it real quick. Voila, just like that. Landing gear up. That took maybe like what, all of 10, 15, 20 seconds. Last but not least, check your tires. Get you one of these. I'll also make a video of essential things you need to bring on the road with you as a truck driver. Alright? This right here will let you know if you have a flat tire. And you'll listen to the way it sounds. So you'll take it. It bounces back on you. When you hit it, it'll bounce back towards you. And it'll sound almost, I don't want to say hollow, but I'll put it this way. You'll know the difference. That was one thing I said when I first started. I'm like, how are you going to know? And my trainer said, you will know. But how am I going to know? That was my biggest thing. I said, how will I know if my tire's flat? He said, Raymond, trust me, you will know if your tire is flat. So, took that run out to Seattle, Washington that I mentioned in my first video. Picked up a load, dropped it off up here in Seattle. Did a pre-trip on my truck that next morning, going down to the Dow, Oregon to pick up, take that load back over towards Indiana. Check my tires, done. Yeah, you will know if it's flat. There's no questions asked. Nobody has to teach you that. You'll know when it's flat. But the good thing about a lot of companies, Roehl has it too, have a self-inflation system on the tires. So even if you have a flat tire, most trailers have them. And that's whenever you drive down the road and you might see those 2 little tubes come out that looks like the center part of the tire, the axle part. Sometimes you always wonder what those are. That's the self-inflation system. So once you start driving, pumping air into the trailer and the system, it'll reinflate the tire. So even though it's leaking air, it's reinflating it faster than it leaks air. So you'll always have a good tire until it's time to change it. But don't stay on it. Change it as soon as possible. But yeah, that's the video. Quick, short. This video for the day, video number 5. And thanks for tuning in. If you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel, comment, like the video suggestions, go ahead and drop them. I'm all for it. All right, have a great day, guys.